Hi, I'm Ben, and my wife Sian-Lee and I, we planted Foyle Vineyard Church about 9 years ago in the northwest of Ireland, Derry.
Probably several years that God really spoke to us about church planting, and it was over numerous words to us through other people and going around cities, and specifically up in the northwest in Derry, Strokelands and Derry. We really felt quite strongly this call from God to go and plant a church there.
When we went to church plant, it was myself and my wife, and we had 2 little kids, and my wife was also expecting. And so we arrived in the autumn of 2014 with a baby about to be ready to go. And we always wanted to plan as a family, as a couple, and we knew it was not just us that God was calling us, it was the whole family. But it was also something we weren't sure how it was going to go. We thought about the practicalities of it. And we knew my wife would be on maternity leave in the first year, so that would be good. But it was challenging with a young family. How would we do that? So we had all sorts of thoughts. But we knew that God had asked us to go as a family, and it was really important that it wasn't just Sian-Lee and I's call, but actually this was something for all of us. And we were the only ones that were going. We didn't have a team with us, and so it was really important that they actually would be the team that we had.
One small memory I kind of talk about, and my son, who's now 14, still talks about, is the very last Sunday we had in Belfast Vineyard, as well as Ben and myself getting prayed out from the front in church in the kids ministry. He was being prayed out there as well, and everybody came around him, and he walked out of church feeling 10 foot tall that day, so excited about the words that people had spoke over him. And from that very early stage, it was something that they owned as well as us.
When you take a young family, and I grew up with my dad as a pastor, so I knew what it involved, I knew what it meant, the lead and the challenges of that. And one of my fears, I think, was, are my kids going to hate church? Like, are we going to lose them? Is it going to affect them? Is it going to affect their relationship with God? Are they going to find it really difficult because of some of the things that we maybe have to go through? And so you always have those things at the back of your head, just concerns of, will this cost them something? Because to lead and to follow God, we knew it does cost. But we trust God with that, you know, and like he spoke to us really clearly, this is not just for you guys. And as we started the church plant, I realized that it wasn't just that it was going to be challenging, it was actually that this was a real blessing. There were some things that they got to experience as a family and as kids that they wouldn't have had if we'd stayed. And the thing I think that was most significant to me with our kids is that they saw us being obedient. Like, they watched our lives just trying to stumble over what God had given us and also walk in it and trying to get them to join us with it. They watched that firsthand.
I suppose part of us wondered, should we be trying to protect our kids from certain sides of it? Are we trying to make sure that they don't hate church, they don't blame church, or the amount of time that takes up and everything else? But actually, as we walked this out, it ended up being quite different. For example, last Sunday, one of our kids got up at the front at the end and shared a word, which was really, really powerful and impactful. And I've no doubt that it's been around environments like that over and over and over, which normalise that, more than you can ever train somebody to do it. Actually, just being there in that atmosphere has been really powerful, I believe. I can honestly say that since church planting, our kids' relationship with God accelerated.